and pin it. You're gonna follow the hip tape on the form with the grain line that you drew on the skirt. And you decide whether you use the top of the tape or the bottom, because when it comes to the side seam, it could make a 1/4 inch difference. So you're going to take it. I'll use the top of the tape here. Pin it there first. Then you're going to bring it up straight to the tape at the waist and pin it. Then you're going to bring it down to the torso and pin it. Because we drape the skirt from the hip up to the waist. Everybody see what I've done? Okay. Bring the skirt around to the far side of the side seam. I use the top of the tape on the form as a guide, like this. You're going to lock in the hip with a couple of pins. You're going to take your 1/4 inch of ease on the double as you come along the hip and pin it together. Now you have a grain line from the hip up. This grain line has to be straight and at right angles with the hip grain line. So you're going to lock that into with a series of vertical pins. Like this. See this? Okay. You all see what I did?
Okay.
Now, the next step is there's an excess of fabric at the waist because the waist is smaller than the hip. Or we hope that your waist is smaller than your hip. Okay. So notice, I have excess fabric here. But all of this is locked. First lock, all of this has to be locked in. This grain line has to be straight and at right angles with the grain line at the hip. So you have to take ease. You took your ease at the hip. You have to take your ease at the waist as well, because you're going to join the bodice to this skirt, so we need extra room. But we don't take as much ease on the waist as we do on the hip. So we take 1/2 inch ease at the hip, and we take 1/4 inch ease at the waist. Remember, we're only draping half, but that would be doubled if the whole dress were due. So you could take the ease, you could take it on your grain line. It's 1/8 inch on the double. Here. Now the next step is, I have extra fabric here.
Excuse me, could you turn? Yes.
That's 8 inch.
On the double. On the double.
She took it close to the side.
And where's
seam,
the
right?
rest of these goes?
That's
Yeah,
side?
on the side
It's
seam,
a
green
square.
one.
We have extra fabric. So the extra fabric can be divided, but into darts, the way I did on that form, or it could be divided into shirring, or it could be divided into unpressed pleats. But this information is for future, when you do this in the future. Because today, we're going to divide that extra fabric into 2 dots.
When you said on the double, what do you mean by on the double?
We can pinch together the
Oh,
X.
okay.
So that when you pinch 1/8, it becomes really 1/4.
That's right. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to pinch together. I took my eaves already at the waist. And I will drape this. Remember, this gets locked in at the hip. So you're going to smooth the fabric up to the waist. Yeah. And you're going to pinch together whatever excess fabric you have at the waist. That has to be divided into 2 dots. I'm pinching it together so that I'll know how deep each dot should be. All right, I did it. It's 1 inch. So each dot it's 1 inch. When I open it, it'll be 2 inches. So each dot will be on mine. That doesn't mean it's on yours because every form is different. 1/2 inch on the double, each dot. So the first dot is going to be on the princess seam because it leads up to the apex. So I'm going to divide this into 2 dots, and I'm going to drape, remember, flat, so it comes over the stomach flat. And I'm going to mark the waistline of the form to the princess seam. At that point, I'm going to make a little tiny close. And I'm going to take up my first dot, which is going to be 1/2 inch on the double. And then I'm going to measure it. Make sure that it's 1/2 inch. It's a little less. I have to increase it. And then I'm going to crease the dot to the vanishing point. Crease it sharply. So I have a little mark, cross mark, where that dot begins at the princess. I'm flipping it over. I'm marking the back of the dot and where it hits on the tape at the waist. Then I'm going to place a pin at the vanishing point, meaning the end of the dot. And the dot from the waist, do not make it longer than 5 inches, because then it becomes very ugly. If it goes down too long, leading it to the head. Could I have my warning, please? Thank you. I'm going to measure over from the far side of the sightseeing over to where the end of the dot, first dot is. And I'm going to divide that in two and make a mark.
Measure over from the,
Far side of the sightseeing. Or you could measure from the back of the first dot over to the far side of the sightseeing. The purpose of that is, I'm telling you, the reason for it is that these dots, you see these dots? It should be the same distance apart, from here to here, from here to here, approximately. So you don't have the dots too close together and then a big space. You understand? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take up my next dot. Should be approximately the same. Take up your next dot, which is here, and then you're going to measure from the back of the first dot to the front of the second dot. See how much that measures. And then you're going to measure from the back of the second dot over to the far side of the side seam. I have to move this over a fraction. Okay. Now I got it right. Just because it looks better that way, when the dots are approximately the same, it could be a fraction off, but they should be approximately the same distance apart, because it looks better instead of having two dots close together than a big space. Okay, so now I'm marking the front of the dot and where it cross marks with the waist. Then I'm flipping this over. I'm marking the back of that dot and where it cross marks at the waist. And then I'm continuing to mark the waist over to the far side of the side seam cross mark. Make a series of dots all the way down to the hip. Okay?